I'm making music, bro, that's when I'm like letting out all those emotions. I could have the worst day of my life. I make a song, I'm all right.
Boom, we're back.
Ample parking day or night. Good times.
Yes, indeed, man. Attic and friends, you already know who it is. Tommy Tynes, the Money and Breakfast. The Money and Breakfast. I'm calling you that.
Love.
Yes,
much
sir.
Much love and much money.
Yes, sir. And speaking of
Some
love, we
senses
got
of
a great
thing.
couple today, man. We got fucking TyTheHippie and OnlyBreezy in this bitch. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Mike, one of y'all can get the headphones. There's probably there's only one pair of headphones. There's probably some other pairs, but you know.
I'm all good.
We already getting started, but man, how y'all doing, man? Y'all just coming from a podcast.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
we actually just did our first episode of our podcast, the TyBreezy podcast.
Yes.
Awesome, man. Tell us a little bit about that, man. Like y'all, what kind of like subject matter and what kind of like things y'all like to talk about on your joint?
So we've been discussing this for years now, so I'm excited we finally just did it. But basically, just everyday life, like our relationship, the struggles, the behind
Another relationship podcast.
Not just a relationship podcast, literally just everything. We want to cover everything in the DMV, like what's going on around here, but also implementing the things that we do in our relationship, just everyday life advice, you know, mental health issues. So covering it all.
It's something like a subject matter that is touched on a lot, I think, in recent times or whatever, but it's still an all important subject. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For like people who actually go through it and actually, you know what I'm saying, like are successful at it. Because
it's important. It's important because we have to get to the point where it's like, okay, you can't even say we're talking about it a lot recently because it's just a normal thing to talk about now. It's like talking about food now.
Exactly.
Kind of. That makes a lot of sense.
We have to really talk it until it's mundane enough to just be an everyday conversation.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't feel like it was like a taboo or anything to talk about it, but it was definitely like in like certain company. You know what I'm saying? Like
For sure.
Yeah, you talk about like with your folks, with your mans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's our goal, to talk about it in another light, implementing what we really go through and how we, not the problems, but the solutions of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Highlighting the problems is not. It's not the solution.
It's not
the solution. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you become a sad boy.
Exactly.
Oh man, it's no longer 2016, guys. Sad boy shit is not cute.
Sad boy shit is not.
It's not cute no more, bro.
Xanax is.
It's gone.
Stop doing Xanax.
Stop doing pills, brother. Stop popping pills, bro.
Stop popping pills.
Just in general, because like that's the thing. Because I did a lot. But like as soon as niggas started dropping on that fence, I was like,
I know everybody thinks that they man is legit and they man is the best man, but there's too much fentanyl out here, bro.
Yeah.
It's too much fentanyl.
It's just too much fentanyl going on around here.
It don't make no damn sense because it's expensive. Like, I don't understand why it's a cutting agent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to be like baby powder, something you can cop.
It's like sprinkling in a little funnel.
A little funnel.
But you know, people OD with the funnel, so
OD with the funnel.
OD with the fent.
Who you telling, bro? Fuck this. Our friend, like he comes up a lot on the podcast. Our friend Gersh.
Okay.
It's violence what he does. You know what I'm saying? It's actual violence. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you sprinkle funnel in a J?
Yeah.
It's still green with some tinges of brown.
it's all brown.
It's just cigarette. It's a damn cigarette. Bro. Like,
Straight tobacco.
and that's the thing. And I don't mind a cigarette. That's the thing. If it's just a cigarette, that's fine.
Right.
But when you mix
know what you're getting into.
when you
Yeah,
mix
who
it
you
in, it's
are.
just like,
You know?
it's just like, oh, it's wrong.
Right.
This feels wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, dude.
But
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, my bad. But no, I have a special love in my podcasting career for the post game interview. You know what I'm saying? So just had a performance last night.
Yeah.
I was there. I said a few words. He said a few words.
Yeah.
We did some words.
I was on stage for a second.
Tell us how you feel, because you said that was your third time performing.
Yeah, that
Actually shocked me, bro, because I actually didn't know like you weren't performing like that because you're very polished. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like a good performance. Yeah. I was like, oh, you do this.
Yeah, so I would just say, I guess the comfort level comes from me just like doing it in my room, and like I kind of just get in.
You know how many interviews I've done in my room by myself?
I'm just saying, like
I interviewed myself before I got here.
Right, exactly. So it's like when I'm in my room, bro, like I kind of just I make my music there, and it's like I already do this. So it's like when I get on the stage, I'm kind of showing people what I do in my private life. I'm just opening up that door for people to see.
It is very interesting how what you just said sort of feeds back into sort of the goal of the podcast. It seems. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm just showing you kind of what I do in my room.
Yeah.
We're talking about what we would talk about in our rooms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I feel like consistently people create this narrative of like, oh, like you gotta create this perception, that perception, that perception. Like me, like I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? And I bleed that so much. So it's like when I get on that stage, you know what I'm saying? I'm performing, like that's just what I'm trying to give. You know what I'm saying? Just me, 100%. Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the times too that people like sort of get it confused to where it's like, oh, well, being authentic, being yourself is just like, it's lame. It's, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. What would people find interesting about me?
Right.
But then they try to go and be somebody else and they find it like 10 times harder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's much harder to be unauthentic than it is to be authentic. You know?
Exactly.
Put it this way too. Okay, I don't know if y'all have seen this. This guy, this gentleman. He's in entertainment. His name is Nathan Fielder, Canadian gentleman.
And he like
Nathan for you.
He'll pretend to like
the businesses and shit. Yeah, Comedy Central. Yeah,
but not
we watched
even
the Johnny Depp jump the other day. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're aware of sort of what I'm talking about. Look up. Okay, the rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
Where it's that first episode where that guy is like so nerve-wracked about telling. He's like on a trivia team.
Okay.
With his friends, and he's they all have master's degrees. So he like told them he also had one. They were like, oh, okay, cool.
Right.
And he doesn't actually
And
have
it
one.
never came up again.
It just never came up.
Who cares?
And it was just this nerve-wracking thing for him.
It's like, I lied to my friends.
That guy is. I found him extremely fascinating.
Very fascinating.
That was so big for him. He was like, hey guys, I cap, and we'd be like, oh,
whatever.
We didn't care in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you even just like, oh, you went to college? It's one of those like trivia facts about your friends or about that you forget because it's like it's so innocuous. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're the smarter cat on the trivia team. It's like, yeah, we don't.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
That was a real person, and real people are interesting.
Yeah, they are.
And it's even funnier too because you see like that person's realness is also agreeing to do this show. So it's also just another layer of just like, what kind of cat is this?
Right.
You know, it's interesting. It's
very interesting.
Very interesting, man.
For sure.
But because
my bad.
No, because we messed up the interview before. You came on here before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna.
I don't know. That was
we're
an act of God, but I feel like this will be
not my God.
Better.
Yeah.
Not my God.
That
was a great interview that'll never be seen.
Yeah, like shit. No, we have the footage. So
maybe we'll see.
We might splice it in.
The audio,
right?
We have the audio, and we have all of your footage, so we could just put like this. You know, when we talk
just something, but we're here now, so it was perfectly fine.
And I'm here. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
it's even better. It's even better. It's even better. Man.
Yes,
it's even better now. But yeah. So first, let's just take us back a little bit, just like a bit of an origin story for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, where'd you grow up? How'd you grow up? You know what I'm saying? When did you kind of get started into like being an artist and stuff like that? Have you always been creative? Stuff like that?
So I grew up in Montgomery County. I grew up in this small neighborhood called Industrial Parkway, right across the White Oak Bridge.
Okay.
If you're from that area, you know the White Oak Bridge, whatever. You know.
Yeah, I'm into White Oak Bridge.
Yeah. So, I grew up right there. Not a lot of artists and stuff like that coming up. It was a few people who they rap or whatever, but. I was more of I was more of like a niche guy, like I'm YouTube. I like a certain way of life or whatever. So I always kind of had my own style. And growing up, a lot of people would be like, oh, Ty's weird or Ty's this or Ty's that. But like, I never gave a fuck. Like genuinely.
You're like, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm
sure
weird.
am.
Like nigga, like I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as I got older, I kind of put that weirdness into artistic expression.
Right,
you feel me?
right.
And then I just found music is my best way of expressing myself creatively. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Did those comments like ever like affect you really? Did you have like overcome like, oh, they think I'm weird or whatever, and then like you grew into just like accepting it, or is this always a thing that just never bothered you?
I would say take it how you want, but I grew up in a household where like my mom,
they're all weird.
My mom joned on me. Like my mom would be like, nigga, you them skinny ass.
Get your weird ass out of here, bro.
What I'm saying? Like, she'd be like, bro, you're so weird. Why are you doing that? Like, I
didn't raise you like this.
Yeah. So I grew up with that in my household, but my mom did it positively. She wasn't doing it to bring me down. She's like,
it was actual joning. It wasn't like actual ridicule.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't
not
ridicule.
To bring me down. It's like, oh, you're so weird. I love you. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like, I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah. So when other people are saying it and stuff, it's like, all right, whatever. Like I can take it with a grain of salt. Like,
it's like nigga, my mom talks shit about me, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it worked out for me. I also kind of took confidence in realizing that some of my friends weren't as confident as me or didn't have that same background or enough chances to look themselves in the mirror and just be like, nah, I'm him. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to be friends with just everybody, I'm talking like the hoopers to the drug dealers to the nerdy niggas playing you know what I'm saying? Put me on a World of Warcraft and Yu-Gi-Oh and fucking space, all that
whatever,
shit.
just
You know
nerd
what I'm saying?
shit. Just nerd
Ages of
shit.
Empires and shit. If you
Just
know, you
nerd
know,
shit.
AOE type shit. You know what I'm saying? We was having it up. So
Oh,
it's
my
like
AOE boys, hell yeah.
AOE boys, you know what I'm saying? There's only a few of us nowadays.
I only said it because you said it. I had no idea.
But I'm just saying, so it's like, it's just a thought process of like, of being able to bridge those gaps and letting people know like, yo, bro, you might hoop, but like, you love Fortnite too, nigga, play Fortnite with my other mans. And then they link together and then now we're all creating, you know, this big community. So that's kind of how I weeded through that, you know, people making fun of me, whatever. Yeah.
It was never like really an issue. I got you. Yeah,
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's a very and actually AM tells me this a lot. It's a very underrated skill set for people just to have just to be around people and to be like, you know, it's like cool with everybody. It's like it's a very like you explained it better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing, there is a certain skill to being beautiful. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's but I'm
sure
saying,
is.
You know, sure. Yeah. And there's also a skill, a certain skill set I think involved of just being somebody that people want to be around.
Yes.
Right.
Like being a conduit, especially when it's like, it's not even just like, oh, well, he's just a nice guy. Everybody likes him.
Right.
No, it's like, especially creative people want to be around me. They want to see what I'm doing. I tend to run into these people. And then when I run into them, there's always a rapport there. And or it's, in your case, it seems like, okay, I was very good at sort of going past what that initial mark of a person is and seeing, okay, what is the creative element to this person? Right. Because it's like,
I want to know what makes you you.
It's like the nerd raps, but the hooper makes beats.
Right.
And if they don't get past that, okay, but I'm a hooper, he's a nerd.
Right.
If we don't get past that,
we can't get along.
Right.
Yeah, right.
He's a nerd. I'm a jock.
But all
this
in
can't
all,
exist.
That's Montgomery County, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's so diverse.
It's so diverse.
Not even just culture. It's just like just people in general. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
it's interests.
My girl, she came from DC when around like 10 or 11. So like she had a whole transition coming from DC to Montgomery County.
And then from rough city Mo life to you know proper life.
Right.
You know?
Definitely like the education system. Like I felt so dumb. Like
because you weren't getting a lot in the city, were you?
No, not at all.
Nah, man. Yeah. No, tell us a little bit how you grew up, Breezy. Like
I was born in DC. I moved once I got to middle school to Montgomery County, but what I was just talking about, like just the public system, like educational system, I felt like elementary school, we're literally doing like timetables, reading,
elementary school shit,
videos. No, but I felt like then I switched to Montgomery County. They're on fractions, they're on equations.
Is this a decimal point?
Well, what is this? Like,
is that a letter?
I'm used to computer class. Like this was just so. I never had geography class. Like it was a lot that I missed.
It was a big transition.
It was a big transition. So, but I feel like they did better, like upgrading DC public schools.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays it's different.
Yeah. It's one of those things where information's so easily accessible. Like the education system can't be but so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can still be bad. Don't get it wrong. The kids still can't read.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But yeah.
I remember my teacher used to tell me the answers on the test. Like,
because like, bro, I don't want to deal with y'all kids. If you're taking a long time, here's the answer.
Right. I'm asking for help, not point to see. Like, guide me.
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time for my. I used to like teach lifeguards and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like do like the training or whatever. And like the last part is a quiz or whatever or a test. And bro, some of these cats were so fucking dumb. You know, like 15, 16 year old, where you should be a little smart. You know what I'm saying? Not dumb. But I'm just like, bro, like they will come up to me. I think this one girl came up to me 3 times for the same question. Just like I read it to her, I explained it to her. You know what I'm saying? There's everything I could do. This she came up to me the 3rd time. I was like, the answer is C. Go back to your seat.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Like, go back to your seat, bro. But like, I understand the impulse of this like teachers because like, bro, they get so overwhelmed for such no pay. You know, my mom was a teacher for 35 years.
Yeah,
you know,
my mom
just
was
like,
too as
dude.
well.
They say
Yeah.
being a teacher is like it's taken much more seriously like in other countries.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Like,
it's
way
a
more-
serious fucking thing.
Like, it's
Developing
way more
the
strict.
complete
It's
next generation of life.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the kids are our future is like a fun, cute thing to say, but like, bro,
But
like,
seriously.
it's seriously, guys, like, these guys can't read. He's 17.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, come on. I remember one time too. It was like I was in just Virginia Beach with my cousins or whatever. Like, I like made a 9/11 joke is sort of rough to say, but I made a 9/11 joke, and my cousin asked me what 9/11 was. He's a year younger than I am.
That's rough.
I'm like, bro, like.
That's rough.
It's what do you
That's
mean?
rough.
He's like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? I'm like,
Not
bro.
my
And
bad.
he grew up in Virginia and shit like that. So it's just like, you know, it's rough down there.
Yeah.
And it's certainly rough down there, man. But Ty, man, so like, when did you start like making music? Like, when did you find out that was like your niche as opposed to any other like creative endeavor?
Honestly, I started making music around like COVID time.
So not that long. So yeah, like 3 years.
Yeah, like 3 years. I got that Christmas. I actually got the basic standard Scarlet kit. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? A lot of people get started off that joint.
Yeah, I think I stole my homies one when he looked at my crib.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like a thought process of just like being able to take my thoughts and put it into. It's like, you know, you have these ideas, but it's like, you know, what's a painter without the canvas and the brush? You know what I'm saying? So
A
like
graffiti artist.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. But so it's like I basically just created a way to like I was saying earlier, express myself artistically, and then I just fell in love with it. My first song I made, I literally was like in tears making it because I was like, damn, I sound beautiful, bro.
Amazing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm God.
yeah,
I you know, like it's a weird thing. Not a weird thing I just say, but it's, you know, shout out to your mom, man. Like I like your natural confidence because most people are like,
Right.
man, I sounded like shit the first time.
Yeah.
I personally, think
I
our
still
first
don't like listening to
podcast-
hear my voice on the podcast.
I-
I still don't like it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's the thing. It's one and done. I don't listen back.
Yeah.
I let the editor do it. You know, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this mic down as soon as we're done. Just like get it away from me.
Just start
Right.
crying. Just start crying. Don't look at me.
yeah.
I'm ugly.
No, but interestingly enough too though, like while I was doing my music stuff, like I also started my photography career. So like COVID hit, I had bought my camera a year before that, and so I'm thinking like it's funny how life, the universe, whatever you believe in, kind of puts you in these positions to chase certain paths. So it's like a year before I start making music, I'm fully into photography.
Right.
Like this is how I met her and everything.
I was gonna
Like,
ask, like, is that how y'all met? Because you model a lot and you're a photographer. Yeah.
So like I'm doing photography, and then it's like I'm all the way into this, and I'm like, oh my god, photography. And then I'm like,
pictures are dope.
yeah, I'm like, these pictures are OC. I'm like, bro, I'm the GOAT. And then I'm like, wait, but music is what feeds my heart, though. You know what I'm saying?
It makes me feel good. Yeah,
That's what
makes me feel
that's
good.
my therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I'm making music, bro. That's when I'm like letting out all those emotions. I could have the worst day of my life. I make a song, I'm all right.
It's like, it wasn't a bad day.
No, literally, bro.
Like, yeah, that's what's up, man. Like, whenever people find that passion, it's just like, if I get to do this today, some people's golf, some people it's, you know what I'm saying, they get to the gym, you know what I mean, like whatever it is, like I'll get to smoke my 1J today. It's just
Right.
like, yeah, like if I get to do that, it's not a bad day.
Right.
Anything
Right.
can happen. It's not a
Right.
terrible
It's
day.
not that bad.
You know, it could be a bad day. Oh yeah, government job AM over here. Just lean it toward me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But tell us a little bit like how y'all met, man. It's like, was it like, did you reach out to him for like a photo shoot? Did you reach out to her?
let you
Was
tell
it
it.
random?
Right.
Yeah.
It was just so random. So he was hanging out with some photographers that I already knew. Shout out Callie and Wolf.
Yeah.
Just get a little closer.
I'm sorry. So
Okay,
yeah,
good,
so I was
good.
shooting with them. I came over to their house to shoot with Wolf, and he was there. And then Wolf was just like, Ty,
You're
do
like,
you wanna
oh, he's
shoot?
weird.
Right.
No. He was just in a corner to himself, but whatever.
Weird
Then
behavior.
Right? Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I was just joking. So, then we shot. He literally shot maybe 8 photos and was done. That was it.
Yeah, because like I only had like the like mental capacity to take only like 8 photos. Like as I'm taking the pictures,
encapsulated by
bro, I'm literally like, oh my god, like you know what? Let me just like,
you're doing like.
Yeah, literally, bro. I was like, I need it before she realizes what's going on, because I know I'm bleeding this feeling. Like, so I have to just like be like, you know what? Let's just wrap it up. I got a good picture. You know, we're all good. You know, yeah. Like,
thank God I'm wearing jeans, huh?
Right.
That was that. Other than that, though, it was like really natural. I just kept coming over, shooting. We started hanging out. We started liking the same music, or he'll play like he'll play like a country song, and it's like I know all the words to it. It's like, oh, I'm weird too. It's like,
I like white things too.
Right.
But yeah, it was just natural. I remember the one night I knew, like, and you know when you know someone, like, you know you like them. I don't feel like it was like that. Like, it was literally just genuine vibes. It wasn't like, it was a slow grind. I'm not trying to act cool because I like him. It was literally just like a friend. Like, one time I had to be at work at 6 a.m. He took me home. We're in the car just chilling, listening to music till like 4 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just randomly,
Yeah, random.
It's like, y'all are just like, oh, no, I'm in for the long haul right now. It just happened to be like, a few minutes past.
Straight music. Like, it wasn't a fucking... We weren't even really talking like that. Like, it was just like, oh, you like this jump? And the whole time, every song she says she likes, I'm saving it in the cut. So, like, she like, oh, I love this song. I'm like, all right, bet, save that jump. Like, all right, you like this one? Save that jump. Boom, boom.
What about this one?
Then like 2 weeks later, I send her a playlist with all the songs. You know what I'm saying? I sent her a playlist with all the songs that she says she liked off the sneak tip. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna love this jump. Boom, she's cranking it. A week later, she sends me a playlist.
Riz God and Riz Goddess.
You know what I'm saying? She sends me a playlist, bro. We end up doing this shit like 7 times in a row, bro.
I have like Ty playlist 1,
Volume
interlude 1, Ty interlude 2.
Just beautiful 80s love. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Like the mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like
cassette.
Yeah, the cassette joint. Yeah. No, beautiful, man. No, that's amazing. That's
Those
amazing.
are our cassettes now, aren't they?
Basically, yeah, because it's easy as fuck now. You just send somebody a playlist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, I remember I sent one girl I really liked like a movie list. I didn't hear back from her.
That's the thing.
Not the movie list.
I was like, bro,
she might still be working on it.
Like, shit,
I put working on it.
She's looking
at like 30 movies on that bitch.
Yeah. She's looking at the list like there's 7 different Batman movies on here. What the hell is he talking about?
There were like 3. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I know how it goes, man.
All right, so I have a random thing. This lighter just went dead, right? I don't know if anybody's ever seen this before, but if your lighter goes dead and you already have a J lit, you can light your J with the other J. Okay.
I used to smoke cigarettes, bro. That's how you do it.
News to you, like, you know what I'm saying? Utilize this. If you have 2 broken lighters, you have a lighter. Right. Okay?
Literally.
You have a lighter.
Nah, 100%, bro. That's legit. That's legit shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, I think I did that yesterday. I think I listened to it.
I saw that.
Yeah, I think I did that yesterday. I broke the damn cigarette, but yeah. Fuck.
You got to know how to work with the work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, bro. When you're a stoner young, you learn how to like really legit like finesse shit, bro.
Unfortunately, I started smoking at 11.
That's young.
That's young as well.
That's young.
But it was like some family vibes. Like all my cousins were smoking, and we were on like a family trip, and then. My cousin was like, "You smoke?" I'm like, "I've been smoking." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "All right, hit this J."
Like, nigga, I'm high right now.
Right, I'm high right now, nigga. So he passed me the J, and I'm literally hitting it like, you know how like you hit it like just blow it out immediately.
Oh so yeah, you weren't even inhaling yet.
I'm not even inhaling it. So I'm like, I don't know, cuz like I'm not
a cigar. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not feeling this shit. He was like, "Bro, let me see how you smoke." So I did it again. He's like, "Nah, nigga, you better hit that shit and." So I did that. Oh my God, bruh. I was laughing all night. I'm 11, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking I'm watching Chowder, Camp Lazlo and shit at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Chowder.
Fucking Fairly Odd Parents and shit. Fucking
Adventure Time.
Nigga.
Flapjack?
Flapjack, nigga. A dollop, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What's the other joint though? Foster's Home? Oh my God, bro.
Shout out my son Will, bro. Never got appreciated, bro. Was too nice. Was too nice to niggas, bro. Was too nice.
I was
too nice.
That's so crazy in that movie when they gave him the movie.
Yeah.
He was gonna say. It was like, bro, you are Wilt, my boy.
He's Wilt.
You are Wilt, my boy. I was in my basement heated at that basketball game. Just look at all this shit, man.
Right.
It's bullshit, man. Oh, man.
Random question. Am I the only one who cried during Pokemon 2000?
No. Unfortunately, you're not.
You cried?
the thing.
I got misty, man. I'm not gonna hold it.
Okay.
I wasn't like a huge Pokemon fan. Like I saw it years later, and like I saw it when I was like a teenager, like smoking and shit like that. And I saw it, and like I know the canon of Pokemon and shit like that. But I saw it with Ashton. I was like, this ain't right.
It's not right.
This ain't right.
That shit hit
This ain't
different. That was like one of the first heartbreaks. That and Bridge to Terabithia.
All right, come on, man. Let's keep it light here. let's keep it light. Jesus Christ, man. I went into that movie thinking it was gonna be a fun little.
What?
You know what I mean?
I'm thinking Narnia.
Yeah, just a nice fantasy,
adventure.
whatever flick, and then goddamn, it was like, man, oh man, bro.
What?
First movie I did cry at though. Very first time I actually cried in a movie. E.T. E.T. bro. We were watching. It was a family like movie night or whatever. We got E.T. And you know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh no, it's cool. Toward the end, I was just like, bro, they're taking away his friend. Like, he doesn't have to go home. That's his friend. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, bro. I cried a little bit. My dad, my God. What you crying for, man? You crying? You crying?
Man, crying right.
You want a reason, nigga?
Not even that. It was like your mom. You know what I'm saying? It's like friendly ridicule. He's like,
Okay,
you crying?
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Bitch ass nigga, man. I swear to God, bro. Get out my face. But no, man. Yeah, E.T. very first movie I cried at. I do remember that very clearly.
What was your first movie you cried at? Can you remember?
I don't know about first, but like the
memorable one, yeah.
The one that caught me so off guard, Marley and Me with the dog.
That was a deep
I was just
joint.
like, wow, why would you do that?
Like, bro, he was a bitch ass dog, but
I watched that joint with my
Come
little
on.
sister.
I know you
and
love
I was
that
like, I was like, wait, I covered her
yeah,
eyes.
no.
I was like, no, too early.
Yeah, you can't have your heart broken this quick.
Yeah, and we had a dog, so I'm like, nah, you can't.
Is that gonna happen to him?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
We are watching your future right now.
Literally.
It'd be funny if it was the same kind of dog too.
Nah, for real.
Right
That would have
in the
been just
face,
like,
baby.
oh, dude.
Not to make this like whatever, but like,
Oh no, it is whatever.
one thing that somebody told me one day was like, if you want to teach a human like life or death, buy them like a hamster
Yeah.
at an
heard
early
goldfish.
age or a goldfish.
Yeah, I had a fish.
You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
like wake them up to realize like you can love this and then it's gonna happen.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be gone.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Nah,
just
it was
like-
funny as shit because I think my parents did a similar thing with like me and my sister because she got a guinea pig. I got like a you know like the beta fish, the Japanese ones.
Yeah.
Yes, a Chinese
The
spider
si-
fish.
Yes,
I had the
yes.
same one.
They're
That was
so
my first
cool.
fish.
Aren't they like,
They're so
aren't they like
cool. Oh my
notoriously?
God.
Won't they kill anything that
And
you
it can only
Yeah.
be by itself.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can only
I
be
had a
by
small
itself.
one.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it has no other thing. I named it Jin after Jin Kasama from Tekken. Remember Jin from Tekken?
I always
I
used to
relatively
kill
remember.
Yeah. No, I remember because Japanese game, whatever.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, bro. Like
Shout out to the
after a year, like I just stopped taking care of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's whatever. It lived for like 4 years. No cap after that, bro. Like it was a fighter, son. I wouldn't
Nah, he
change the
was really
motherfucker. Like I didn't change the water for a while. You know what I'm saying? Until it started to stink. You know what I'm saying? It's like nah. But one time we came back from vacation and I remember the day. This was a special day actually. So this was the day we came back from vacation from South Carolina. From me and my mom were seeing my grandparents. And we came back. My dad copped a big screen. You know what I'm saying? A big flat screen. So it was like, oh, I bet we always talked about this. This is awesome. Same day, Michael Jackson died.
Oh God.
We were watching that.
Let's talk about that because
Yeah,
she's a
yeah.
big ass Michael Jackson fan.
No,
We'll
and wait,
cover after.
right after. And then like my dad was telling me about the fish. It went belly up. He like tapped the glass. It was all good. He was just alive.
And it was like-
he was tough. He was tough as shit. But yeah,
He was fading a little bit, but he was like a little woozy a little bit.
See, we were different. I took care of my Chinese spider fish. Like
Because you're
I
probably a
loved
nicer
it.
person than I am.
Like,
You're probably a much better person than
He
I
was
am.
so cute. It was black and pink, and you know how the tail is like all long. It was so cute.
They got wigs, son. It's crazy.
Yeah, right. It was so
Yeah.
cute. So I changed the water, and you have to put them in like a little cup or something.
Yeah, you gotta get the net out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
he just looked so sad in a little cup. So I wanted to hurry up and put him back in his tank.
Yeah.
But you have to wait like a day for the water to set and reset or whatever. Like you can't hurry up and put the fish back in
I did
plain
not know
water. Yeah. So
Oh.
my mom, she taught me all that. I felt bad for my little fish in this little cup, so I just hurried up and put it back
And it shocked him.
and died.
It shocked
And my
him.
sisters, they laughed me out. Oh my God, I was crying.
Oh, no.
That's the worst of having older siblings. Like, they
It's
don't
like,
care.
They keep it a
dumbass.
bean.
I'm not gonna lie.
Those are your first bullies. Like, they
Oh,
don't
yeah, of
care.
course, of
Yeah.
course.
I'm not gonna lie. I accidentally murdered my sister's fish.
Oh Oh shit.
Sicko.
And it was in such a way. The drain was because she was. I think they wanted me to change the water one day. I'm like, whatever.
Like, no,
so, you know what I'm saying?
it's yours.
I was trying to pour. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just pour most of the water out, and then pour the little bit with the fish in it into this other cup.
You poured it out.
And then just, it just went down. And I was like, damn, it's not like I can leave the water on. It's just gonna slowly die down there and then rot down that bitch.
Oh my God.
They didn't even buy her another one. That was it. We was
Damn. They didn't even buy her another one.
Because my mom, she always had fish. So it was like really fun just to watch them grow. And we're like, where's the blue one? And it was like one fish was missing for a while. And like it's rocks and stuff. So we're like, it's in a rock.
What happened
maybe
to Sydney?
pregnant. Right. Literally, like we're looking for Sydney. Literally, my mom was cleaning up. The fish was behind the fish tank.
It hopped out.
It jumped out, like committed suicide.
Right, because they told me the
Literally.
Japanese firefish could do that too. Like they can just hop out the motherfuckers. Like you gotta keep like a thing over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you mean it can hop
Right.
out?
Right.
Like it's like me hopping out the air. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, it's a Japanese fish?
Japanese beta fish.
Yeah, beta.
It's interesting that they do that because there's Japanese, they have.
No, I know that. Yeah.
It's weird.
Is it shame? Is it to be captured and held as a pet? Is it shame?
Is it abuse?
Right.
It's shameful to them, man. That's crazy.
I dishonored my family.
Disgraceful.
Sorry, I'm not racist. Sorry.
They're doing all right. It's fine.
Right.
But big Michael Jackson fan, we said.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
How did that affect you? My sister was beside herself. So like, yeah, like how old were you when he died? Because I was like, what? 12?
I had to be in middle school,
means I was
like
like
6th, 7th grade.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
I think it's something like that too.
What made it so much worse, like my biggest goal, dream, I used to always say I wanted to dance with Michael Jackson. I was a dancer growing up. So, oh my God. Literally, like,
oh, nice, man.
Literally a week before, I'm like, what? I'm like surprised Michael Jackson isn't dead. I said that.
That's a
I
wild
don't
thing
know
to
why.
say. He's not that old.
It's your fault.
But,
He was like a drunk guy or
But
anything.
literally just like the legends, they always die. And it's just like, wow, he's still alive. And I said that and then he died. I was just like, oh my God, I jinxed it.
It was me.
I said it.
I killed him.
Oh my God, I was
killed
crying
Michael.
so bad. So bad.
Nah, man, my sister was absolutely beside herself. Cause like she had like, cause we had like grew up Michael Jackson fans. My dad like got us all the DVDs and all the CDs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause he's the best artist of all time, like pound for pound. Sure. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
undeniable.
Can, undeniable. Like you can say Prince, you can say Stevie, you can say, and you're right. But Mike was a little bit.
I gotta say Prince just because he played all the instruments.
I'd say Stevie over Prince because he started at Michael's age and he was blind.
I would say Michael
and played all the instruments.
He understood all instruments. He understood.
Yeah.
Like when you watch This Is It, the way that man breaks down each instrument.
It took me so long.
He's telling the engineer exactly where you messed up at, where to fix this key. Like, I was like, yeah, he's a genius.
Bruh, it took me like 2 years to watch This Is It because like I was like kind of like broken up about it.
So what about the Michael Jackson movie? Because that was like 4 hours. That was a
what, like the little BET joint?
The
or like
Jackson 5 joint,
that joint?
That shit was long as
whenever
fuck.
it was on, me and my sister would take the day to watch that
Right?
joint. I
You
swear to
have to.
God. I swear to God we would watch it. I watched it like 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
man.
Y'all are having a Michael Jackson
Right?
moment.
Dude, I
He's a
loved
legend.
Michael,
I
man.
love
Michael
him.
meant a lot to me,
He
dog.
was my first poster in my college dorm. Like, I loved Michael.
Yeah, Mike was the man, bro. Yeah, it's funny too because like my sister transitioned to Prince after he died. I was like, nah, you're
a traitor.
I don't know if I respect that. I don't think I can respect that, dude. I don't know, but he was the best. He was the best, man. He was the best, dude. This so goddamn good for so fucking long.
So long.
It's
Since
crazy,
you're
man.
5 years old.
Five. You have no voice. You have no voice at all. You sound like a child.
My brother can't even talk proper sentence. Like, it's,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
crazy.
like,
Like,
And you just look at him. You're just like,
you'll
never be Michael.
waste of space.
You're a waste of time. Give that food to your sister.
Right.
She has talent. She's talented.
That is too funny. I have a random question for you guys. How did you guys get started with all this stuff? To tell us about it.
Tale as old as time.
Also, give us a little game because we're getting our podcast started, TyBreezy podcast. So like,
I've been waiting for somebody to ask this so I can like break down the formula.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, so you can break down the formula or tell a story, but either or.
I'll break down the formula because I've analyzed us.
That's good.
Yeah.
But basically it all started when, boy meets boy, classic story. But like me and him knew each other like in high school and shit like that. and play football. Like we met in like, well, how we met was I was doing workouts in the weight room, and like I was singing like a Flatbush Zombie song, and he like completed the lyrics. It's like he came up next to me and completed the lyrics and shit like that. I was like, I was like, oh,
I'm very passionate about music.
I love 222 and Palm Trees.
It was Palm Trees. I was singing Palm Trees. Yeah, I was singing Palm Trees. But and then like we were to school for that. He was 2 years older than I am, so he graduated. I haven't seen you for a while. He went to Morehouse, did his film thing. I didn't go to college, did lifeguard shit. Yeah. And then, we just met back up when he came back from college, and we were just hanging out, you know what I'm saying, just whatever shit.
Regular shit.
And yeah, he just asked one time, he was like, hey, bro, like, he asked me and my boy Kevin, he was like, hey, y'all ever thought about doing a podcast and shit? And obviously I was like, absolutely not. Right. Why would anyone want to hear anything I have to say? You know what I'm saying? Just very pessimistic and shit. And then he's like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? We'll do it. Kept bringing it up, you know what I mean? Whatever. And then one day we were going to actually, no, this was before the highlight show.
Kevin was, I think we went to visit Kevin in some capacity.
That was the second one we did. We did one with just you and I. It was in the room in the basement.
Yeah, there was a High Life show at Raw Inc. back in the day, probably, or some sort of show at Raw Inc.
Yeah, it was a show at Raw Inc., like one of the first High Life shows and shit like that. And like we just set up our phone and we were just like talking for a while for like an hour and shit like that. Now we usually talk. We talk for a long time, long form and shit like that. And I was just like, oh wait, is this podcasting? Is this what it is? Cause I listen to podcasts, I do all that, but like these comedians, they're really funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think I was all that funny. So I was like, well, you know, I don't want to just talk and shit, you know? Then, it's like, nah, this is podcasting, bro. That's all we have to do. Yeah. And then, went to that Wrong show, went really well. And then kind of just kept doing it over time. You know, you had a podcast with Chris before We Kill Cowboys. Yeah. Yeah, then, you know what I'm saying? Then we became In the Attic, so we just combined the two names and shit.
Okay.
Then we just kept doing it, and it's like through osmosis, basically, just like we knew a lot of artists, we knew a lot of creative people like Jaco, JoJo, everyone at High Life and shit like that. It's like, hey, why don't we give them interviews? There's not really like a platform to give interviews around here. There's no no Jumper was popping like real heavy and shit like that. It's like all like the interview platforms like, hey, there's not one around here for us. Let's kind of do it, you know. And then it just sort of became us interviewing people, you know. We are going back to like the solo podcast because those are fun. Those are just good fun.
It was really the only reason that we don't do them, but like didn't do them as much is because now where we're at right now, we feel that the standard is video. You should always be able to see video on especially because Spotify has video podcasts now. Right. We feel that the standard is video, so editing the video, we take that seriously. So it's like, okay, if it's not done, we're just not going to put it out.
Right. Definitely, yeah.
But
yeah, at pro tips.
So generally speaking, of course, we vary in our roles.
Be interesting.
Sure.
Be funny.
But
that's all my advice.
Yeah, we vary.
Look good, which both of you do.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Yeah. Conversation podcasts. A great podcast is about great conversations, and great conversations are composed of comments and observations. Right. Generally speaking, it's not like one person should only do this and one person should only do this. You both should be able to do. Everybody who's involved should be able to do all those things. Right. Or you don't have a quality product. But generally speaking, Tommy is responsible for comments, and I am responsible for observations. Right. Generally speaking, he makes a lot of observations. I make a lot of comments. Right. But generally speaking, that's what we do.
Right.
You're saying?
Understanding your role.
That's why
establishing a dynamic is very important.
That's why. For example, earlier, I said, okay, it seems like, oh, you are a person who you find out what the creative thing is about people, and what's it called? Earlier, Tommy said, yeah, these things are important because, you know what I'm saying? In response to what you had said. Gotcha. Because that will make you respond to his comment, build off of his comment. And my observation can, if we need to shift topics, this topic's running out, we can shift topics through that. Mm-hmm. If we can take what we were talking about and add a new dynamic to it and sort of move into the next phase, an observation can do that. Right. Just comments and observations. If you do that in enough capacity, then you know what I'm saying, you have a great product no matter what.
Right. Got you.
Yeah, definitely. And like y'all already seem like you have the format already ready for that to like take place and shit like that. Yeah. Someone says something, build on it, build on that. Right. That ran out, next building. You know what I'm saying? We're building an apartment complex over here.
Right.
I feel you.
That's essentially what we're doing, man.
Always think about the phrase, it's interesting that. And it's just like, okay, well, what did I find interesting about what you just said?
Right.
Yeah.
Something I can pull out.
Right.
Oh, I found it interesting that you said this, and because this happened to me when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
I was like,
And also, not everything is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Don't like find the like whatever about just to make a comment and shit like that for like time and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
If you actually find the thing about what he said interesting or whatever you can add to it, then add to it. But if it's not natural, just move on.
Move on,
You
yeah.
know,
Right.
just move on. It's all good, man. You know.
I was
I like
watching
that.
this South Park writers convention thing, and the guy was like, "You wanna always
Get a
go
little
to the
closer,
next
Ty.
scene with therefore and or like but like
Yes,
don't-
and
yeah
You know,
it's like
shit like that,
don't do like the and then this happened because like I don't know, I can't explain it. It's like
my professor always used to say, come in the scene late and leave early.
got you
And you always have a good scene.
right.
expand on that. I didn't quite get it.
You come in late. The thing that set off the situation that's going on here already happened.
Right.
You came in late. But you leave before we can see what the resolution
Right.
is. You know what I'm saying? As far
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
as come in late, leave early.
Right.
I like that. I'm gonna
It's
think
like,
about that.
hey man, if you don't do this deal, we gonna kill you and your mama. You can't be like, man, fuck you. Because
Right.
now we know.
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
like,
Right.
next scene.
Right.
Okay. I got you.
He's like, yeah, he understands the scope of it. Next scene, let's just say his mom's getting followed or something. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
nothing
right.
serious, but like
Subtle.
he's not there. You know?
Subtle.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're really good with it, it won't even be his mom's getting followed. It's gonna be some guy at the deli. He's eating a sandwich. She's on the street, and he's just
He's eating the corned beef and
He's
hash.
doing the same shit he does every morning.
I love corned beef
We
hash.
love it.
Oh my god, I had a corned beef hash sandwich in
eating the corned
upstate
beef
New
hash.
York.
I haven't had one
God
in a
damn.
minute. I haven't had
He's
one in
eating
a
the
minute.
corned
I
beef
need
hash,
one.
right? He's at the he's at the cafe. He goes to this cafe every morning.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
Top Boy.
This is the thing.
love Top Boy.
He
Top
goes
Boy
to
is
this
great,
cafe.
bro. I'm just
Boy.
finishing it. Yeah.
He goes to his cafe every morning. Gets himself a little corned beef hash, a little coffee. Goes down to his job. Right. Now we watch him do this for 3 days, and he, from his vantage point, he can see all that's going on in the street. He sees everybody, all the usual characters.
Yeah.
So he knows kind of who goes where and what's going on, and he sees your mother every day. He sees your mother every day because your mother takes this route every day. This man sees her while he's eating his corned beef hash. Sometimes he waves, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes she waves, sometimes she doesn't. Just one of those human things,
Casual.
right?
Wow.
But
You should write a
he's
show or a
noticed-
movie or something.
He has noticed for the past 3 days, it's been a man, an extra person on this route that is not usually there. And I haven't seen him when I go home. I don't see him on my drive home. I don't see him in my neighborhood. But this guy, and his path only goes where this lady's path goes.
Yeah.
And that's like, wait, is
This
his
is
mom being
compelling.
followed?
It's eerie.
This is
Is it-
compelling.
You know what I mean?
Tell us more. So,
I'll just chill.
no, it actually sounded good. I
You
was
know
like,
what I
dude,
mean?
this
Like
sounds great.
seriously.
Yeah, no,
great, dude.
I'll do some writing tomorrow.
You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We might just have to do a short film or something like that. Hey.
We're in the business of doing that now, bro.
Hey.
I'm going to be Hollywood Tommy pretty soon.
Hollywood Tommy,
I'm
that
going to
sounds-
act a fool.
Bro, it fits.
Nah, yeah.
It fits.
I think it fits too. I belong out there with the degenerates.
I mean, I do want to just give y'all a quick shout out because it's like y'all are really like one of a kind out here. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The vibe that y'all bring, and then also just kind of like owning y'all's position of
The best.
bringing the next. You know what I'm saying? Generation
Yeah.
like up of
Yeah.
these artists, these creatives, these whatevers. It's like y'all are the ones hosting these events. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are the ones speaking and being able to also build a slight rapport because you know these artists. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah,
just
we
like,
know
hey,
all these people, man.
You're like
Yeah.
you're reading off a name. Hey, this is da da da. You're like,
Even though I did.
yeah, right.
You definitely saw the
Hey,
paper a couple times.
So and so, but I'm just saying, you know.
I'm okay with being transparent about that because I think that
It was like a fucking 20-man show.
Right.
I know everybody's name.
You want to
Number
know
one.
everybody.
Yeah, I was like,
but number two, like, no, really see the bare bones, see the naked effort that goes in to putting on these kind of events and making sure that this type of thing is this type of area.
Right.
Because now it's probably cooler to grow up in Montgomery County than it has been in like 20, 25, 30
Right.
years.
Nah,
Yeah.
for
Because
real.
now
for
it's
real.
like, all right, as soon as I turned 18 in Montgomery County, I went to this show, I went to that show.
Right.
Maybe they served me alcohol on the low, maybe they didn't. That's not
an addict show. We didn't.
It's not gonna happen.
Sir.
It's not gonna happen at an addict show,
or a high life show, or a double M show.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen there. I'll tell you that.
Or any of our other affiliates.
And maybe I didn't. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe I just went to this show. Maybe I went to college. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I went away. But man, every time I came home, man, I was just going to shows.
Right.
I could hit 3 of my men up and be, bro, let's go to this show this weekend. Yeah. Whereas the people before me weren't able to do that as much in their own area. They had to go to DC. They had to go to Baltimore. They had to go somewhere else other than where they lived.
Nah, facts, man. Yeah. The scene around here is growing, and I'm loving it. Huh? Only about 3.
Oh damn. Yeah. Chambered. Hoisted by my own petard.
Nah, I needed the hair of the dog this morning. It was rough waking up.
It worked too. I feel so much better.
It works so well. The hair of the dog is the best hangover cure, man.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, man. Just keep it going for a little bit. Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Keep it going a little bit so you don't wake up insane tomorrow or the next day.
I definitely spiked the weed for them.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say I saw how you're sipping it. That ain't just lemonade. I was like, y'all doing your thing. I respect it.
This is the thing. I always like to all these fucking like I've never heard that term before. Hair of the dog.
Oh yeah.
But it
I'm full of like weird old isms and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. So I'm not gonna lie. Look. So I gotta put it out there. I'm the type of guy, I go with the flow, right? So like, I did not know at all what he meant.
Off context alone, you knew what it was.
So when I was in school, my English teacher told me when I was in first grade, she said, you have a weird like intelligence. Like you understand shit through context clues. Everything is a fucking metaphor in your brain. Yeah. So like learn like that. Like just keep learning like that. Just like always compare shit and like whatever. So like I just watched you like hold it up and you're like, whatever. I'm like, all right.
The dog,
so man. Like, I say chasing the dragon in the sense where it's like, okay, you're just keeping that flow. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna catch the dragon.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably say that from now on.
But it's the hair of the dog is like an old Irish term. It refers to like if you get bit by a dog and it gives you rabies. If you ingest some of the fur, some of the hair, some of the fur from the dog that bit you, you're gonna be okay. Which implies like if you drink the same thing you did last night that fucks you up, you're gonna be okay the next day.
Okay,
sort of thing. Yeah.
It's a potato man theory.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is, boy. You know what I mean? The Irish isms are always the best isms.
Yes.
Potato leaf is my
except
favorite.
Racism.
Well, potato leaf is my favorite West African. So, so here's an example, right? So we just we had fun, and I make this sort of. I guess questions too, but like, so as somebody who is like, you have multiple creative outlets, multiple creative avenues, multiple, sort of ways of getting that, getting that creative spirit out of you. Is there a difference in locking in like an album mode type of situation versus just, okay, I'm about to do this set of photography projects, this client, this undertaking? Is there a difference in what it looks like to be focused on those situations, or is it just a general creative energy that applies to whatever I'm trying to do at the time?
I say I kind of tap into different sides of myself for each facet of whatever like I'm doing. So it's like if I'm the photographer today, I'm fully photographer. I wouldn't even promote my music. Like,
right, not thinking about anything else.
I'm not thinking about music. I'm all the way photography. Like, if I'm doing a podcast, I'm all the way podcast. Like, if I'm doing music, I'm all the way music. Like, I literally kind of like, you know how people be like, oh, I got so mad I blacked out? Like, I black out creatively every time. Okay. Yeah. And I aim for that every time. Like, if I'm shooting, like, I try to get so locked in that it's almost like, you can just get that daze where it's like, it's fluid, like everything is just fluid.
Like the state of flow.
Yeah, like I'm not. Sometimes I can't even hear shit. Like I'm just like so into what I'm doing that like I don't know. Like I said, it's just one fluid motion. You know what I mean? And
definitely.
I just kind of separated each. Like I separate each thing with that, and it's like also she helps me a lot with. because us meeting from me being photographer, her being a model, she kind of helped with photography even be able to be even more locked in, because now I understand the model's perspective.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when I'm doing photography, I'm looking at the model and I'm like, I understand what she's going through.
Yeah.
She's giving me nervous vibes. So you know what? Loosen up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you want to hear? What music do you want to hear? Like
do whatever you need to do to get just in the mode.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. So
yeah.
that's the best way I can answer that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask too. Is like, how have y'all been in a relationship, helped each other's career and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like how does that dynamic work, sort of?
Wow, a lot. Him being a photographer, I have a free photographer, so
Pretty
I can
much.
create all the time, anytime. We could wake up and just do whatever. So, of course, that helps me a lot. I feel like, in a sense, I'm kind of like a manager for him too.
Okay,
like,
sure. Yeah.
Before the show last night, like in the morning, I'm like,
Hey,
P Diddy,
we got a
like,
show.
making a band, like
Wake up.
first, do it again.
She's standing on the bed and she's like, do it right now.
sit-
Just to be like way taller than you and just be imposing.
And I'm just I'm like, oh shit, and I'm just like performing that shit.
Like, you're looking down, look up, do it again.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's the main thing, though. Just having that extra person to lock in with.
Right.
I always say she's like, I have 3 brains. I have me, my phone, and then my wife. So it's like, those are my.
I was gonna say something vulgar, but no.
I mean, some guys have 4. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
We're
But
gonna keep it wholesome today.
Yeah. So, but it's like, I use her as like another brain, where it's like, I know, all right, I'm not saying I'm not fucking dirty at all. You get what I'm saying? I'm not fucking dirty. But I might be messy sometimes. You get what I'm saying? So like,
there's a big difference between being messy and
Messy
dirty.
is just things get left out.
I mean,
Dirty
like,
is
look,
like there's
like
crumbs.
Messy is sort of like how it is right now. It's just like cluttered.
yeah,
more.
I came out and I
It's
set
not
a little
dirty.
pile of shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it's an organized pile of shit.
I know where everything
Yeah.
is.
It's
Yeah.
not necessarily dirty, right?
See, if the pack was spilling out,
If I had
this-
ashes
you know what I'm
kinda
saying?
all
coming
over the
down,
shirt.
Saying this
Yeah.
is
You know what I mean?
open, it's upturned. and
Yeah,
shit is
literally.
spilling out. That's dirty.
That's dirty.
If you bought food and it was out, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
you're a little
fries on the table.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's mustard on your sock. It's no
Right.
good.
on your sock.
Literally.
On your
so good.
sock.
So it's like with that, it's like I might be messy, but she's like OCD. Like she's like, I know I can't even explain it, but like so much stuff. Like we get in the car sometimes, and she'll immediately like she's just like
Hey,
she's just
stop.
like moving shit. Like hold on, like you know what I'm saying. I gotta organize this shit, and I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? It pushes me to be like better all the time, because like where
Yeah.
she's good, I'm not even thinking about that type of shit.
Exactly.
So it's
yeah.
like, you feel me? She opens my mind up to now, all right, now I'm on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's just good to always have like that outside perspective, especially like an outside perspective that like really cares about you.
Oh
You know what I'm
my
saying?
God.
And cares about like your well being and stuff like that. That's a great dynamic to have, honestly.
Have
yeah.
y'all ever had a couple on this podcast before?
I think cats have bought their
Wait,
girl, but
wait.
they didn't like come on or anything like that. But like
Gotcha.
not actual like power couple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
I think there was we had a venture. It didn't come out though. I think we should continue that venture. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Maybe, probably. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I don't know.
But
I've been
I
drinking
think it's
for almost 12 hours now.
I think it's an interesting dynamic though. I think it's a good. I don't know. I guess it's interesting when people unite on like the creative, but also
Right,
like
yeah.
the human attraction
Right,
level
yeah.
as
Yeah.
well. You know, it's an interesting dynamic to see.
Yeah.
Especially on from a podcast perspective.
Right.
You know?
Which is going to center on, vulnerability and open perspectives. What do you feel like there is a focus there, or do you pride yourselves on sort of being, being able to flow around, being able to sort of wheel freely?
You could take it first.
Okay. So in a sense, I would just say like the TyBreezy podcast is just like
Also, very roll off the tongue kind of name, TyBreezy.
yeah, TyBreezy.
Yeah,
like
that's a pretty roll off the tongue
it
name.
feels
That's
it
good.
feels good. It
Yeah.
feels natural. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just like if you know us, you know what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if I could just keep it short and simple. That's something I learned working a sales job and shit like that. It's like always keep it short and simple. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
What was he selling?
So like, I mean, it's nothing.
Hold the phone.
No, it's nothing bad or anything actually, but it's something that I'm working on being able to market. I don't want to say market. All right. I want to be able to
selling children, Ty. We all
no.
It's fine.
No,
it's okay.
There's nothing like that. I just want to be able to like say it properly, so I can't really say it right now.
Oh, it's all good then. Yeah,
but just know
it's
it's for the people, and like when we do drop it, it's gonna help a lot of people's lifestyles. It's gonna do things for people that, like, honestly, I mean, I just, and the easiest way I can explain it, I feel like all savings is good savings. And that's just all I'm gonna just leave it at that.
We'll leave it there.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll leave it right there.
Yeah. Easy. But like,
we'll call this. That's the current name of this episode. All savings is good. Savings.
It's good savings. You know what I'm saying? But
and
like,
then
literally,
we'll leave it there.
Right. Yeah. So like on the podcast tip though, like I just feel like when it comes down to knowing us, the type of people who we are, when you hang out with us, we're just like a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't say that with arrogance. I don't say that with any type of vibrato attitude or anything.
That's very
like
strange that like that's considered
egotistic.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, like we just vibed together.
We just
like,
vibing, bro.
People are just like, no.
Like, how could you say you're a vibe?
How can you say you're yourself is a vibe?
Like, I'm like, we're a vibe, bro. Right. And I feel that, like, when I hang out with her, she's a vibe. I feel like she feels like that when she's with me. I'm a vibe. When I'm hanging out with y'all right now, this is a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So
I wish we still had the vibe jar. a very old attic thing.
We never even actually installed one.
Yeah, it's a very old attic thing. But like, it was just like every time a cat say vibe, like it was supposed to be for both of us, mostly for me. Mostly for me. But like, yeah, I don't.
It's like 99.1%.
Yeah,
it's like 99% here. But
sorry, I don't read books.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
I only know 3 words.
Just put a quarter into the jar,
right?
Or a nickel or a dime. No one is exempt. No coin is exempt.
We're putting it in the middle of the table. We're installing it in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
So next time y'all are here, there will be a vibe jar. There will be a vibe jar. But like, not yet. Continue. Yeah, you both vibe. Yeah.
It's just the TyTheHippie podcast. We're a vibe. Like, I don't know. Maybe she can explain it a little bit differently.
I feel like the number one thing we get from like my audience, his audience, people that know us, like what we give on social media is what we give in real life. Like everybody always said that, like, wow, y'all have the like same energy still. Like y'all are authentic. Like I feel like everybody say that. So that's why like the podcast is going to work, because we're giving off that authentic, genuine interaction.
Yeah.
There's an unfiltered vibe.
Right,
about
exactly.
It.
Right. I'm very interested in sort of the drilling as soon as he woke up. Nah, you got to perform right now.
Right.
Like, because I met many women like that in Atlanta, just go getters, just like, nah, we got to be on point. We got to do this. We got to do this right now.
The angels.
Man,
that's
angels.
Another thing.
So
the
many,
pro about, to add on to that last question about two creatives being together, and we actually care about each other.
Right.
We're on each other's ass. Like,
hard.
You didn't do a photo shoot this month.
What's going on? Are you feeling all right?
Right.
Like, matter of fact, let me see your DMs, because I know like 15 photographers have it.
Yeah, like you just didn't respond.
You just
ignored
you
just been
like,
bullshit.
literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Or if you haven't been making music, like what's going on, like you just been bullshitting. Like we're like holding each other accountable, and a lot of people don't really do that. So that's a plus for us.
There is a lot of yes man, yes woman shit in relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
And the type of fire person I am, I don't need a yes person. I need somebody to sit me down and tell me about myself.
Like, hey, you're fucking up.
Washington, D.C. Shout out to Washington, D.C. for building women like these.
Nah, for real though. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Nah, oh God, but
building the soldiers.
Yes.
Soldiers.
Sure.
So where is so as far as guests, where do you think you're going to sort of aim these authentic conversations toward?
That's a good question, because we talk about this, and he's thinking huge. He'd be like, "What about Janet Jackson?" I'm just like, "Wait, do we have Janet Jackson money?"
Sure,
right?
Sure. Right now, but
that's
let's
the
put
thing.
a pin in
It's
it.
either Janet Jackson money or Janet Jackson would like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the confidence.
That's where I'm at with it, bro.
Janet Jackson is a human being,
I'm telling you,
and there are
absolutely.
people
She's
that
gonna do a
Janet
collab.
Jackson would prove to be around.
Yeah.
I have to pee so bad.
No, it's all good. It's
Facts,
natural
though.
human.
He do
you know
say
what I'm
that.
saying?
It's natural.
Yes.
So I feel that too.
I was thinking the exact same thing, but I'm gonna thug it out.
Right.
But yeah, no. But no, that's the thing. That's the confidence that like, yeah, we were just talking about like that your mom gave you, bro. Like, no, like normal niggas like walking around. It's like, nah, you know what? You know who's gonna really like me? Fucking superstar Janet Jackson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like there's no irony about it at all. You're just like, no, I really think she'll fuck with me. And why wouldn't she?
Why wouldn't
you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't she? like, yeah, bro. Like,
I want
it
to
makes a lot of
sit
sense.
down and talk to fucking Janet Jackson, bro.
He's sick.
Like,
He's sick.
I swear to God, like the type of shit I'm gonna ask her, like I don't even like, bro. I wouldn't like, bro. It would be legendary, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. And it's one of those things too. I'm thinking about. I'm just like, God, what would I ask Janet Jackson? Because I can't think of a single thing that's like not like a basic interview question or whatever.
What I mean?
It's like I'm just like, oh, how can I get her?
Like
You know
that
what I mean?
one question. You have one question. Like,
And
what
she's
would
like,
that be? Right? You know.
Yeah, like word.
See, because I'm a rapper and I studied like battle rap, I know how to hit Janet Jackson.
I'm sure a lot of men have said that.
I'm right.
No, but yeah, that would be sick, man. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
But like you kind of like moving past like the y'all's podcast or whatever, which I'm positive is gonna be fantastic. You know what I'm saying? We would love to be guests on it.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's
that's great.
He was just saying how y'all are gonna be guests on our podcast. Duh, it wasn't even a question.
Oh yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We're like, we're good at podcasting on our own, like in this context, but we're also very good guests. We're all like, because you do this for a while, you understand the dynamic. It's like we understand how to be wingmen.
Right.
We gonna make you be, yo. I'm gonna give you the joke.
Right.
All the alley oops are to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm not even calling for the ball. I'm on defense.
Right.
I'm just making sure this shit doesn't die. I'm gonna say something fun. You know,
Yeah, I'm Dennis Rodman. Y'all are Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're Jordan and what's the other cat's name? Pimpin. Yeah,
I get the
Pimpin.
board. I pass it right back to you.
If
you miss, I get the board again. I pass it right back to you.
I got you.
That's right back. But like, moving on to like just like other than like podcast stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like what's sort of like your process for this, like, you know, like being creative and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I think did we touch on this already?
Not
really.
Fully.
Yeah, it's like what's like the process you get into, like when you start like creating music, like how does it like get in your head? You know what I'm saying? Like when you want to write, when you want to like record and stuff like that.
Especially because you say it's your therapy, and from a perspective, it's like you're not somebody who's like, oh, I'm not going to therapy. That's you're not. You seem like somebody.
Yeah, you're not me.
No,
So
not
are you
all.
able to set a process in that, or is it just a natural sort of, you know, I'm just gonna go in there and do what I feel right now?
I would say I don't make music when I don't feel like it. I don't force it because I have other creative outlets that I could utilize when my music outlet isn't really flowing through me right now. You know what I'm saying? So like on a genuine level, it's like I chase those emotions. Like on my birthday, I'm going to get a 10-hour session at Double M. You know what I'm saying? Because I know on my birthday, it's just a slew of emotions that go through me on my birthday. Like just to be fully transparent, like on 4/19, my dad actually passed away from fentanyl.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
This was
4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 4 years ago, my dad passed away from fentanyl on 4/19, right? 4/20, I get the call from my aunt, and she's like, yo, your dad died. So like for me, 4/20 is like really the day that, you know what I'm saying, hits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but my birthday is 4/27. So you know how funerals go. You know what I'm saying? They usually do it 7 days after the death date. So on 4/27, my 21st birthday, I'm going to my dad's funeral. You know what I'm saying? So like just full, just transparency, just letting it off. It's like, bro, on my birthday, I feel sad. I feel inspired. I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like I miss shit, but I also feel like, nigga, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
fight.
Yeah, so it's like I would love to go to the studio on a day like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like versus me doing what? I'm in my own head. I'm in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Smoking and shit and just kind of numbing the pain versus like, nah, I'm about to make a song with fucking Nas B that day, bro. Like it might not hit whatever, but like it's gonna hit crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trust. Like, yeah.
I do have another question for you after that, but I want to say first that I feel you, because actually my dad, I got the call that my dad died in the middle of a podcast. You can actually, if you want to go back and you go back and watch that podcast, you can kind of see me like. You can see me check my phone, get the text, and you can see my whole shit just change. Yeah. I left it up. I didn't tell the guests because it was like, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Why would you? Interview.
Right. Yeah.
But like, nah.
Sorry, guys.
Got
some bad news.
Right. Like every time I do this, I'm like, nah, 115, 200%.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. I feel that, bro. And it's like that shit, I don't know, bro. It was like divine intervention. Like I sat there a lot of times. It's like, bro, like the name TyTheHippie didn't come from me like choosing it. Like a lot in it, like I've been smoking since 11, and it's not just like on some drugged out shit. Like, you feel me? It's about the whole thought process of like, bro, just being open to accepting like reality, accepting everybody for who they are, and leading with that like peace and love type shit. You feel me? Like, and not in the cliche way, like, oh my God, like everybody has to be happy all the time. Like, let's accept the real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to hit the studio on my birthday, even though it reminds me of a somber moment, because it's I know that somebody else is also going through that same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's somebody else in the world who's like, damn, bruh, every time this date happens, I feel fucked up that whole day. And somebody might go pop a perk. I don't want you to pop that perk though. I want you to do a more healthy outlet. You know what I'm saying? So
I want you to take a shot of turmeric and ginger.
Turmeric and ginger, nigga. Go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something more uplifting and something more community driven, because
definitely
your pain, you know what I'm saying, that's what's gonna move the next generation. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want people
for better or for worse.
For better or for worse, but you don't want that shit to go for nothing, the pain you felt, you know what I'm saying? Because other people going through that same shit.
Yeah, because I like what you said too, is just like you can't like always be happy. Like that perpetual happiness shit like really kind of fucks people up, I feel like, because like when they go through this like, you know, like deep feelings or this like this generally unhappy feelings, is just like I feel like I'm doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be happy all the time. I was like that kind of thing. It's like, and it fucks their brain up thinking that's like I'm doing something wrong because I'm feeling unhappy or whatever. It's like, no, that's natural. That's like, you're supposed to feel unhappy. You're supposed to feel sad, mad, all that kind of good shit.
Balance.
If you're not, you're a Patrick Bateman. You're insane. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like
you do a funny dance and then you kill somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. you kill the Joker as Batman, which is sick. I don't know, honestly. It's very cool. that movie actually. You know, you think about it. But no, yeah, man, yeah, definitely. But Breezy, I did want to ask you this, like, what sort of, because I think you're like the first like model we've had, like officially like a model we've had on like here, like what's like the culture like it's been like, just I guess personally for you, like for like modeling and all that kind of good stuff, because like I guess it varies from people to people, from you know what I'm saying, area to area, just like stuff like that. It's like, what's your experience kind of been like, and like what's the culture like for like modeling, because I'm very interested.
So the biggest difference, of course, is like when you first starting off to like me now. Of course, the number one thing in the DMV with photography, you got to worry about the creeps.
I was about to say.
Honestly, it's there. It's real. It's been so many girls that came out about a photographer or whatever. So it's a thing now. Like models, they'll hit me up asking, hey, I seen you work with him. How was your experience?
Is he cool?
Yeah, like, you know, and as you should. And I like advise females to do that. Do your research. Like
100%.
Go to their page, click on that model that's tagged, DM them, ask about it. Like,
hey, was he cool?
And see their content too. Like if it's all girls in lingerie, you know what he does. So it's just honestly being smart about it. And again, I'm a female that speaks my mind. I know some females that don't. So
it's very vocal about whenever you're uncomfortable or anything like that.
If I'm uncomfortable, I'm going to speak it. Like,
move
no,
it up just a little bit.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
Yeah. You can use move the mic closer to you.
I even had someone like tell me like, hey, let's do some like topless. I'm like, hey, like no. You know, like literally. But someone else would have been like, okay, you know, like, uncomfortable to say no. So those type of females,
this is what I have to do.
Exactly, literally. So those females, I say, bring somebody, bring your older sister, bring your boyfriend,
bring your brother, bring your boyfriend,
and that's a red flag too.
Yeah.
For photographers say, I don't want your boyfriend to come. Red flag.
That's always a big. It's like whenever it's like, oh, don't bring your mans or don't bring anyone. Come alone. It's just like absolutely not.
Stranger danger.
Absolutely not,
like,
bro.
Literally, the world is so crazy. You just have to expect the worst. Honestly, as females, like you just have to. But
I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Literally, but that's just what we have to go through. Just protect yourself, be prepared, literally bring mace, whatever you got to do.
Get a gun, ladies.
If you shoot,
seriously. Buy guns and land, what we say at the end of every podcast.
Seriously.
Yeah.
If you shoot any content with Attic and friends and you, woman, bring your man. I don't give a fuck.
Bring as many as you want.
Right.
Bring your man
because
and
you
your
want to
brother.
make sure you're safe too.
Bring all the men who are responsible for protecting you. Bring your boyfriend, your father, and your brother.
Right.
Please.
We good over here, man. We good over here, man. Matter of fact, let all them niggas bring guns. Just let us know ahead of time so we can bring ours.
Right. Exactly. But like I was saying, you also want to be protected as a photographer. Like you don't want that model to make allegations or whatever, because
man, oh man, you're done.
Trust me.
Negative stuff runs so
true or
freaking
false.
crazy and fast. Like true or false, it doesn't matter. That's a
Once
part of your
it
name
was
now.
said, it was said.
Yeah, once it was said, it was always gonna be like, hey, maybe it wasn't true, but that nigga is he's something. You know, there's something. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on.
Right. You just
never ends there, man.
Other than that, though, like that's just the biggest, like, number one thing everyone talks about. But other than that, like the DMV is very diverse with photographers. Like, for sure, it's a lot of different photographers. Definitely even female. I love female photographers. Shout out to y'all,
Queens.
Right?
Give a couple.
Literally.
Like who?
Yeah, actually, shout them out if you know any off the top of your head.
I said DMV, but my favorite one, her name is Visual Society Club. Or studio, I'm sorry, Visual Society Studios. I did a shoot with her in New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to her.
Perfect, like, because females pay attention to details. If your tag is hanging out, she's like, fix that up.
Baby.
Right.
You know, like, get it together. So, other than that, though, and meeting models, too, I have, like, a group of model friends. Like, everyone's just so cool. I'm a part of projects just because of them. Like, you know, it's just, it's cool. It's definitely a good networking, you know, and I could create too. It's my therapy. Like
exactly.
It's just beautiful seeing my elevation. Like going back 3 years ago.
I thought you were gonna say it's beautiful to seeing myself on
that
picture.
too. That too.
It's like, goddamn, I'm just her.
In any project, when you think about something and then seeing it after it's done, like that's just beautiful. Like I did that.
The end of it is always just like.
Yeah,
because she's putting together her own concepts.
I do it all.
She'll
my
real life
hair,
build the
makeup,
whole set and do her makeup, her own hair,
all of it.
and then
awesome.
Just show up, take the pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man.
You're a very business oriented person. Where do you get this from in your life? What's cultivated?
Yeah, where's the hustler from?
Definitely my parents, both of them. My parents for sure. My mom. At 23, she had 4 kids, working 3 jobs. Damn. Exactly, you know?
For real.
But when I think about it, because I don't have no kids, and I just turned 27 April 16th. So it's just like, shit, when I was 23, thinking about if I had 4 kids, and back then we were making $725. So imagine what she was making. Like,
I was gonna say like back in like way early 90s, because you're a little bit older. Yeah,
so even early 2000s, it's just like shit, you're scraping by, like, but you made it, like, you know. So it's just like, oh, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm doing half of what she did. Right? I'm gonna be good.
I'm gonna be great.
I was built for this.
I'm gonna die being great. I'm gonna do some. Like I've always had that in me. I don't. I don't know if everyone thought about that like as a young kid, but literally being like 6 years old, I'm in like a carry-out store. I'm like, these people are like blessed to be in this room with me. Like I always felt I'm
like,
gonna.
Goddamn, look at all these lucky motherfuckers around.
You know, like I'm Beyonce in the making. Like
yeah,
but it's gonna happen as long as you have that confidence, that faith, and just keep that preservation keeps working.
Nah, definitely.
So.
No, 100%. And you're talking about like, you know what I'm saying, this more upper level of success or whatever. Right. Just like, is modeling sort of the thing you think is going to like get you up there, or is it more just like a stepping stone to like other things that you want to get into or you're interested in?
That's a good question, because like I do everything. So like I said, I do hair, I do makeup, I dance, I model, I like to act. So I feel like right?
Well, we might have something for you.
Okay.
Yes, I love it. Listen, I'm really, really good. I have a great memory, like literally. But At first, I felt like I was focusing on just modeling, and then everyone around me was just like, "Why? Like, start dancing, do this. Like, you could go, audition to be like Missy Elliott's background dancer. That could get me in the door to be in Vogue or something. Something. I feel like everything. I love it all. The creative, the entertainment, like all of it. So I feel like all of my talents.
Yeah, just being an artist and a creative sort of thing.
All of my talents is going to come together somewhere, somehow.
I think so, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I think both of y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? You both you have the you have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got it. You can't sell it. You can't give it away.
Right, you're just
can't
born with it.
You just got it. You can't give it away. You just got it, man.
Nah, for real.
Oh man,
It's the
Thank
vibe.
you, right? The
I love
vibe.
that.
It's
It's
the
a vibe
vibe.
all the time.
That might be the name of the pod, even though you might have reservations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't give a fuck.
It's
man. I'm
it's a
businessman.
vibe.
Yes,
It's
sir.
you ever seen the movie Starship Troopers?
Oh yeah.
Good man.
Oh yeah. My dad showed me that very young. Way too young, honestly. There's some scenes in that.
I got a lot of respect for your father.
So do I. He's the best man I know. Best man I know.
So,
What about it though? Yeah.
no, I was just I wanted.
Random.
Yeah. So in terms of just the diversification as far as what you two can do together, what other ventures have you talked about? Because I know there have been many ice cream shops,
Clothing brand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
a chain of restaurants,
So-
perhaps
so-
steakhouses. Perhaps I'll be there. If that's the
Yeah.
case. But, yeah.
I'll say we've built a network in a sense where like we're in a position to be a part of a lot of different ventures that's coming. So like we have friends who cook, like Drew, authentic Drew baby. He also makes music as well, but it's like I already know what's coming soon with him, so we'll
Top
be a
of the
part of
plates.
that. You know what I'm saying? We got
I'll be buying plates now.
you know what I'm saying? We got
all that shit.
we got to
We gotta buy a truck soon for somebody.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the thing.
We-
Buying a truck, like getting a truck for somebody and let them doing their thing, having a little like piece of it, having a little 25-30%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, and we just have a lot of different stuff. Like she said, clothing brands. Like, I'm always supporting my friends. Like, we for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I come through.
Camera.
I show love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like all of that. Like, I feel like my friend's business is my business. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like when you're one of those people, like you win no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the best way I can explain that. Like, I mean, the podcast is like the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course, though, we talk about it all. Like, even food. Like, we be chefing it up. So
yeah, we be
Hell yeah.
selling
You
plates.
should come
saying?
to a TyTheHippie brunch.
You're right.
You know what I'm
on,
saying? I'm telling you.
No, let me know.
Yeah,
Listen,
nah,
don't,
dead
listen,
ass.
man.
I'm coming to brunch.
Listen, don't say the B word around me. Seriously.
Don't say these things.
We
if you
might
don't
have
mean
one
them.
tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we're gonna
man.
have fight night tonight, and you know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
brunch
Listen, man,
tomorrow.
I went to
We
an
gonna see.
HBCU. You can't tell me nothing about brunch.
Okay. She did too. She
Bottomless
went to an
mimosas.
HBCU too.
Where'd you go?
VSU.
VS.
Yes, yes, indeed. I think I could go on a college tour
The
over
good
there
sis.
Okay.
one time, but I had to go where I had to go.
I felt that.
Where you go?
Morehouse College.
Okay.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. She looked at me, she was like, oh.
But yeah, bruh.
Nah, but yeah, man, the future endeavors seem very, very bright for y'all. Man.
Yes.
It
I feel
definitely
it.
seems very bright for y'all, man. Is it ever like intimidating or just like very like ever like does the like the weight of like your future success ever like bear down on you at all? You
I
know
can
what I'm saying?
say in the beginning, just thinking about the fears, like if I'm being very real, like we always talked about doing our YouTube or whatever, and the YouTube couples never make it. Somebody starts cheating or whatever. Like, so of course
That's the thing, you have to at a certain point when the views dip.
like,
You need a scandal.
Need a scandal. But so I thought about that, but honestly, just our love, our faith, our loyalty to each other, all my problems I handle perfectly with him. So it's just
Nice.
like nothing can't happen as long as we're together.
Yeah, like I feel like you have your like moments where you're like like we just need to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
Like honestly, we spent almost like $400 on a YouTube intro one time, like with my friend Spark and shit. And like Spark is lit. Like don't get me wrong, Spark is lit. He's doing his thing, but it's just like thought process. Like at that time, we made that investment, but we weren't really
Right.
like we weren't really ready to jump out there. So it's like we're sitting on this intro for like 2 years, and then
Right,
now it's like, all right, fuck that shit. Like, we're about to drop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just drop. Like, we're ready. Like, we took our time with it. So it's like now to execute is really nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we wasn't disciplined enough to be consistent with it.
Yeah,
and
right,
I never
right,
wanted to start something and not be consistent. So
yeah, that's our biggest thing. Yeah. We got to drop every
that's
week.
Very, very good advice for like those who are trying to like start up, you know what I'm saying, doing anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, don't do it if you're not going to be consistent.
For real. And use what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like I call my friend when it's time for me to do my podcast or whatever. I get my equipment from people who I've built relationships along the way until I build my own full set. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a couple phone calls and we gonna get this set happening. You know what I'm saying?
You can make one phone call to Attic and Friends and you have everything, everything you need.
Yeah.
Even for me, like I love having my name on everything. Like I did X, Y, Z, but that's so much stress. Now I have a team. I have a stylist. I have someone to do my nails. I have someone to do my hair. Like and I'm shining a light on them. So I just love the creative, collaborative.
That's the thing. Because like the bigger you get, the people you bring up with you, like they're gonna get more clients.
Exactly.
They're gonna get more. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of good stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a big circle of success.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If that makes any logical sense,
it does.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. I'm losing logic as I drink more.
I mean, hey, we're all off coming off to last night. You know what I'm saying?
I think we did good, man. I think it was a good show.
Yeah.
I think it was a damn good show.
Great show.
Yeah, dude. I think it was a really damn good show.
I felt great.
Had a lot of fun. Good drinks out there.
Yeah, man, it was great, dude.
It was a good time.
Great, man.
I really hope nobody trips on that stage. I was just thinking.
You gave that.
Once you put it out, they're conscious.
Shorty committed to the bit, bro. She really committed to the bit. Like the white girl, I was like, bro, no, she committed to the bit. I like this. I liked her a lot.
She was very nice.
She was dope. She was
didn't
dope.
even get her name either. I don't think.
I think we both followed her.
Oh, so she's
That's all
she got a picture
she's
of
in
us.
The network.
Yeah, she got a picture of us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shout out to the
Shout out to you, white lady.
Yes.
Right.
You're great. You're great.
Wow, that would be a funny episode title.
I think she was like a teacher or something shit like that, if I remember.
Yeah,
like,
she was.
She was like an elementary school teacher.
Yeah, like an elementary school teacher.
She has like crazy tattoos.
Yeah,
too. She was like
tatted.
She
up too.
Back.
Shouts out.
People like her seem like they genuinely love it. Those are the people who should be teachers.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would trust my kid with her because it seems like like you have a.
You are who you are.
Think about it. If you're willing to like fight that stigma, it's like, oh, why are you teaching my kid? You got all these tattoos.
Right.
Like if you're willing to fight that, and it's like, no, I want to teach your kid. I want to teach kids.
Like I'm one of the best juvenile like educators like on the Eastern Seaboard. Like I don't like you
should probably be
fuck
that
my
person,
tattoos. Like
generally speaking.
Nah. Shout out that lady, man. She was great. She was a great lady. Great show.
Third time performing, like I can see where the rehearsal comes in, that polish.
Yeah.
That sort of natural. You eased right into sound check, which I found in previous events, people will even hesitate at that.
So you know what's funny about that? I would when they said sound check, anybody want to go? She literally like pushed my shoulder and was like, "Go, babe." I was like, "Oh shit, all right, bet." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even thinking about it.
Go, babe. It was like, "Go, motherfucker."
Right.
Yeah. She was like, "Go," and I was like, "Shit, fuck it." Like, I went up, and it's like, I don't know. I feel also that showed me. This is like just an important tip. Like, if you're about to start performing or whatever, do your sound check or do your rehearsal as best as you can. I realized a certain part in that song that I need to just go for it and not try to overthink like my like vocal whatever. Just do it. Like just go in, because like when I did it during the sound check,
you gotta commit.
Commit. Because when I did it during the sound check, I was trying to play a little bit and it was like, oh no, shaky. Yeah, it was shaky, and I was like, nah. When it's game time, I'm gonna have to come with this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm on my like singing and rapping type steez. So it's like
melodic rap.
Melodic rap. Definitely. So it's like I need my voice to be ready. You know what I'm saying? So
it's all muscle memory. So the way you practice is the way you're gonna perform.
You practice how you play.
And honestly, what you said honestly helped with my performance, because you were like, bro, last time you were up here, you were singing your ass off, and I was like, damn, was I? So then I went up there with the confidence, like, I'm going to sing my ass off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm glad I gave you that confidence, man.
Yeah. It was like, I told her that though last night. I was like, you know that drive home, you be lit and shit, just saying a million things. Like, I was like, bro, this nigga Tommy, he was like, last time you were singing your ass off. I was like, nigga, I'm gonna sing my ass off.
Like, do it now. I can't do anything less.
Right. Yeah.
I can't be less than I was before.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's hustling backwards.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, man. Yeah, nah, you did great, brother.
Thank you,
yeah,
brother.
that was a great performance, and especially for someone who did like 3 performances. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're obviously like you're looking to do like more performances or whatever. Just like, what sort of like is the process of you like trying to like book shows and stuff like that now? Like, does Breezy help you like as like a manager role or?
I would honestly say all of my performance opportunities kind of just fell in my lap. Like I think
every single like cool like creative opportunity I've had like it's kind of just like here.
Yeah, like, it's always like an alley-oop. It's like an alley-oop type situation.
You have to dunk it, but it's right there. And you're able to dunk. So,
but now that I've got the alley-oop, like I would be wild to not like now push to another level. You know what I'm saying? Like orchestrate a way to be in more shows and more events and more, you know what I'm saying? Like now that I built a certain network, you kind of need a little push to get in that community. But once you're in the community, it's kind of up from there, you know?
Once you're in it, you've done the shows with like kind of like the, like I guess like established tent poles around here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're always just going to book you.
Exactly.
Because as great as everything's going right now, you know what I'm saying? As many shows and as much diversity as there is like right now in like the scene or whatever, everyone still has their preferences of like artists they want to book.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I'm not going to assume book some random cuz.
Right.
It's like, because he ain't going to bring nobody out.
Yeah.
This cuz been performing more. You're booking him because he's bringing people out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's one of the important things, man. Yeah. And I think you're bringing people out. I think both of you combined are going to bring people out.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. 100%, man.
Hopefully, maybe sometimes we can co-host.
Yeah.
Attic and TyBreezy podcast.
I was gonna say, we do 3 or 4. You do the last whatever. You
know what I'm saying?
We'll mix it up.
Yeah,
we'll mix it up. Man. We'll do our thing, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. But damn, I had another question, but I forgot.
Yeah, bro. Long fucking night.
Sure the fuck was, man.
You know what I'm saying?
There, man. Yeah, dude.
We woke up, did a podcast.
Right.
Bro, that's the thing, man. Because as soon as we said,
I keep forgetting it's early.
It's early as fuck. It's like 3 o'clock.
Oh, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, I look outside. It's like,
I'm taking a nap,
bruh.
Yeah. I got people coming over.
That's the thing, bro. Like, cause as soon as we like did the giant, like we was like, oh, bro, like let's do like noon tomorrow or whatever. I was just like, I looked over and I was like, why the fuck did we do that? That was so dumb. That was so dumb. We both don't like getting up crazy early.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I'm getting up early.
You get up early, but you have your thing.
You have your flow.
You have your things you do. You know what I'm saying?
I hate having things to do in the morning.
Yeah, I get you.
I get up early.
We're up 8:30, but we're like chilling at 8:30 though.
I'm not doing things when I wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going. I'm not
That's
going.
why I wake up early, to have more of the day.
Exactly. We're gonna stare at each other for a
Shoot.
while and just be like, "You ready to get up?"
Right.
Like,
No.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
No.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Just let me know. We'll get up together. I don't really feel like getting up now.
Whoever has to pee first, honestly,
it's always
that's how we get up.
Bro, that'd be a competition because I'm not getting up. We're doing it, man. We're doing it. Nah, yeah, it was funny as shit because my girl was over yesterday and she had to leave at like 3 a.m. and shit like that. So I was like, I'm aware of that. So I stayed awake. I'm like, nah, you're gonna fall asleep, and she did. Obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm gonna wake your ass up.
Wait, is that a thing that girls always fall asleep?
Just set
first?
the alarm.
Yes.
Just be like, just go on your phone and set
Breezy,
the alarm.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be. I don't want any blanket statements on my podcast.
Bro, we will literally,
y'all fall asleep quick, man.
bro. We will start a TV show. We're all the way into it. She's like,
gone.
I'll be like, babe, you saw that? She'll be like, yeah. Oh my god. I'm like, girl, you was knocked out. Like, stop bluffing.
See, the problem is like, you'll go in for like 3, right? Everybody's awake for 3. But then she'll fall asleep in the 4th one, but the 4th one was really good.
Really
The 4th
good.
one, but like, shook it there.
Keep going.
And I'm like, oh my god. And she's like, I'm like,
Yeah, no, that nigga's crazy.
Especially you was so engrossed in the 4th, you didn't even look.
I didn't even look at her.
You didn't even look.
Dang.
And the 5th went through, and you like, oh shit,
I'm
nigga,
like,
damn.
and now I gotta rewatch the 4th episode.
And it's just like, and you rewatch it, it's like, damn, it wasn't that good. The surprise was better than the actual
Right.
show.
Oh my god.
No, son, it's like, she, I try to wake her up. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Pick her ass up out of bed, like put her on her feet, cause like you told me you had to leave.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stay. And then early in the morning, woke up like, oh fuck, I gotta go.
Right? I tried to fly you in.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried my best. I tried my best to help you. So like you told
it.
me when you had to leave, I woke you up, fell back
stood
asleep.
you on your feet. What else could I have done? I enabled you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, and you should, because you're all angels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like we will do anything.
The queens
for you.
run everything.
Yes, yes, and they always will, man.
Yes.
And you know who else will run things? Attic and Friends.
Hey.
And the TyBreezy podcast. Nah, but TyBreezy, man, thank y'all both for coming on.
Yeah,
this
thank
was
you.
very great.
This was great.
This was a great podcast,
Yeah.
bro. But if y'all have plug everything you got, where can we find you? Like on Instagram, Twitter, all kind of good stuff. Where's the podcast going to be? Please.
Yep. OnlyBreezy. I'm sorry. Instagram, Twitter is OnlyBreezy_.
Who took OnlyBreezy?
Me.
Nah, but the underscore,
right? I don't know.
Like who took the fucking just?
Yeah, like
I
the
don't even
OG,
know.
right?
Someone who wants
So
$2,000.
Yep.
But our podcast is Ty.Breezy, or is it TyBreezy.podcast? Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Ty, where can we find you,
So
brother?
yeah, same TyBreezy.podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just coming with that open. What did you call it?
Forum.
Open forum. Yeah. I didn't know that word until you said it. So like open
yes.
forum podcast where it's just like, come on, just be expressive. You know what I'm saying? Like transparent. Attic and Friends is always going to be, you know what I'm saying, a part of the team, part of the family. Yeah. This is a collaborative effort, bro. Yeah. Like we're not in this shit alone. Like we're going to grow and build together. I'm TyTheHippie, TyTheHippie. Instagram, Twitter.
A talent I don't have. I can't spell.
Hey, I mean, look, bro, we work on it. You know what I'm saying?
We do our thing, bro.
Yeah, we work on it. So yeah, that's all I really got. I would just say, just make sure everybody just stay positive and just, you know what I'm saying? Don't stop because of a little like bump in the road type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it going. Fucking change your tire, nigga. Like
when
you know what I'm
life
saying?
give you lemons, make lemonade.
Lemonade. You know what I'm saying?
You throw the lemons at pedestrians. That's what you do. Yeah, when life gives you lemons, you throw lemons at people. Yes. Indeed. Attic and Friends. All social media, Tommy Tynes, Money and Breakfast. You find us where we're at. Buy Guns and Land, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah.